So we got the year one roadmap and season pass info for Space Marine 2. And season one starts in September. So you already know season one is probably going to start at the end of September, probably the last day, probably the last week, but it's definitely going to be the end most likely. Before anybody try to say something, I know it's going to be the end most likely. All right. So it seems like the season pass is just cosmetics, which is great. It should just be cosmetics if you don't want to split up the player base. Most games don't do the season pass back then where you get DLCs and all that other stuff. Most games don't do that no more. So they try to do this free method where they do a year one and then you get a season pass for that and all of that. So it seems like Warhammer is trying to get in on that, which it doesn't seem like a bad thing because once you get the game, you get all the DLCs for free, which is magnificent because now the player base isn't getting split up anymore. And then season two, we're getting more missions. We get a new difficulty and a new weapon, which is that looks good. And we get a new enemy. So I'm liking what I'm reading already. We get new enemies, new difficulty, and then a new weapon. And then season pass gets a new cosmetics, which is good because now only thing is I just hope they add cosmetics for the people that don't have the season pass. That's it. Just add cosmetics for them because nobody wants to pay just nobody only hold on. I'm thinking too fast before I speak. Let me slow it down for you guys. Nobody wants to pay for cosmetics all the time. Add some free stuff in, add some cool looking stuff in. I'm not really sure what Ultramarines are, Dark Angels, and what all this other stuff are gonna be. I'm not too familiar with the lore. So if y'all know any books, not books, don't recommend me no books because I'm not gonna read no books. But maybe like a video for me to watch, I'll definitely give it a look and see if I'm interested or not. But I'm not gonna read a book. I just don't be wanting to read books. And then season three, we get new missions, game modes, arenas, enemies, prestige ranks, and an expansion. I ain't gonna lie, that looks good. That looks good. If these are like 3 months, we'll say about 3 months. All right. So this is gonna be the end of September, which is the ninth month. And then this will probably come at the end of December or push it up a little bit more just because of Christmas and New Year's and all of that. And then this would probably be March. And then you go from March to what? June? And you go from June to probably what, October? No, not October, September. I'm sorry. If these are right, that's what it should be if it's 3 months. Now, usually it is 3 months. They go back to another year, then you get a new horde mode, and then they announce year two if they want to do a year two. But this stuff looks good to me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions because I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I want to hear from people that played the other ones too. Is this something good for you guys, like far as Dark Angels and Ultramarines? Because I don't, like I said, I don't know, but I would love to know like the lore behind it because once I learn the lore, it makes the game that much more interesting for me. But I don't. So just let me know what y'all can recommend me, and I'm out of here. Peace.